Manga-Waido.
I'm Haruka. I'm 21. This is my sister Akina. She was really pretty. She was nothing like me. My grandma liked her more than me. She was always giving her money for being so pretty. But she never gave me anything. I was so jealous. Akina knew she was pretty too. By the time she was in elementary school, she had a closet full of clothes. Grandma even taught her how to use the sewing machine. Then, she started looking down on me. Not sure why, but... Hey, that's mine! Why are you wearing that? Wait, why is it so short? Did you cut it or something?
I made some alterations. Looks cute, doesn't it?
She started taking my clothes without permission. I couldn't believe it. I started locking my doors, but she snuck in every chance she got and stole my stuff. My parents told her to stop, but she didn't listen. Then, one day, she took my favorite t-shirt. It was a t-shirt of this band I liked. I usually hid it, but that day, I was going to a concert with a friend, so I had it out on my bed. But then she took it and turned it into a handbag.
Grandma said she wanted a handbag. What do you think? That shirt was super old anyways.
I had no choice but to go to the concert with a normal shirt. It felt pretty awkward since I was the only one not wearing the t-shirt. I really needed to get out of the house, away from her. Then, something happened. My boyfriend, who I met at work 3 years ago, he asked me to marry him. He said I could come live with him. I already knew his parents, and they were really nice to me, so I said yes. After that, we introduced our parents to each other, and we set a date for our wedding. His mom even gave me this beautiful kimono for the ceremony. I wore it when I got married to my husband, but I can't wear it anymore, so I want you to have it, dear. It's a bit old, so you might have to fix it up here and there, but... Oh, thank you so much! So I got this beautiful dress. It was pretty expensive to fix it up, but it was my special day, so I really didn't mind. A few weeks later, the dress came back. It was as good as new. But then, one day, the dress disappeared. What the? Where did it go? Then, that night, my sister came home wearing the dress. It was ruined.
I'm so sorry. I wanted to show Grandma. She's getting old and I just wanted to see her in a wedding dress and I'm so sorry.
She said she went to see Grandma and fell in a puddle of mud on her way home. I couldn't believe she took it out without my permission, but she just wanted to make Grandma happy, so I let it go. You should have just told me. I would have said yes. There's still time, so I'm gonna have it fixed up. It'll be fine.
Oh, thank you. I'm so sorry.
She's never apologized to me like this before, so I was kinda surprised. I was still mad, but I decided to let it go. But the next morning, I took a closer look at the dress. It wasn't just mud. There were food stains all over the dress. She said she went to go see Grandma, but then how did she get all these stains on here? Something felt off. I looked at my sister's socials. Then... Oh, what the? Turns out she was at some party. It was all a lie. She was at a friend's wedding. I asked one of her friends about her. She was out of control. Her clothes were getting dirty, so I told her to settle down. But she said it wasn't hers, so she didn't care. At one point, she started cleaning the floor with it. Stop it! It was all an act?
Oh, that's it! Akina, explain yourself! You weren't at Grandma's! Liar! Oh, so you found out. Whatever, you said you can fix it up, right? Yeah, but you're gonna pay for it. You owe me $20,000. $20,000? Stop messing around.
My mother-in-law. She was planning to give this to her niece after my wedding. But after I told her what happened, she said she didn't want it anymore. So now you're gonna have to buy it from her. The dress itself costs about $18,000, and the dry cleaning costs about $2,000. So $20,000. Pay up, now! I showed her some receipts. She realized I wasn't lying. Her face turned blue. But she kept refusing to pay, saying that this was not her fault. So I had no choice. My mother-in-law, her maiden name is Matsunomiya. So what? Wait, Matsunomiya? Yup. You know, that fashion school you're applying to? She owns the place. I haven't told her that you're applying there next year. But if you're not gonna pay...
Fine, I'll pay. Please don't tell her.
Good. Well, pay me what you can now. You must have $1,000 or so saved up, right? We'll figure out a payment plan later.
Okay.
But the thing is, it was all a lie. It was all made up. But my mother-in-law gave me a fake receipt to trick my sister, so I could get her back for what she did to me. Her maiden name was actually Matsunomiya, but it was just a coincidence. She had nothing to do with the school. If she had apologized right from the start, I would have let her off the hook, but oh well. But then, she did something unexpected. That night, she snuck into Grandma's house and tried to steal money from her safe. Grandma heard a noise and called the cops on her. When she found out it was my sister, she didn't press charges, but my parents finally snapped.
Get out of the house! Don't come back!
They kicked her out of the house. She stayed with a friend for a few nights, but eventually she had nowhere to go. She came back to the house, begging her parents to let her back in. My parents ignored her, but it was starting to rain and she was yelling pretty loud, so they finally cracked and let her in. They decided to let her come back, but under one condition. She had to pay me in full for damages. So she got a job and started paying me back every month. It was either this or she was back out on the streets, so she finally cleaned up her act. Ever since the incident, Grandma kept her distance from my sister. She lost everything. She had to work long hours every day to pay off her debt. She didn't even get into that fashion school she wanted to go to. I hear she spends her days crying in her room. Oh well, not my problem. As for me, I got married and moved in with my husband. I'm done with my sister. Time to move on with my life.